Alright.
Part 1.
Great Tree Moon.
White
I love
Great Tree
all the
Moon.
intros.
Three
They're going to be
houses.
voiced by Gerald.
Oh yeah, I love
Like,
Gerald's voice.
oh, I'm like, you know what? If you did like
The icy
ebooks
winds of the
or
Argo
audiobooks, I
Mountains
would
have begun to
great.
scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan.
Alright, welcome back.
The start of a new year.
What? Welcome back.
As they
Yeah,
celebrate the
we're
dawning
starting a new part now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes. Since it's the new month.
hopes to one day grow
That's fair.
into a great tree.
Into a great tree. Some people have mixed feelings about these. I'm okay with it. I know a lot of people hate those. They're like, it's so creepy, and I'm like,
I mean, to be fair, have you seen medieval art before?
yeah. I'm like, I think you're pretty good. It's okay.
In the south lies a region long held by a
They're not
more
showing
than
any like
1,000
torture
year old
segments
dynasty
anywhere, so you're
that addressed the
fine.
Yeah.
empire. Beyond
Exactly.
its borders,
It's all
to the
PG.
frigid north,
Mhm.
is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Farkas.
No, seriously, look up
ruled by the
medieval
royal
art,
family
and
and
it's
its
just weird.
Yeah. I mean, have
To
you
the east,
seen like medieval and Renaissance paintings of babies? They look like potatoes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The
Once
aliens.
consumed by a
There's a
tempest
moon.
of war and turmoil,
Moon.
Fodlan.
And then there's,
These
I will say,
powers
world building
now
wise, this is one of the strongest it's been in
Mhm.
this series. Just like, oh, here's a it's not just, oh, there's a continent and there's like two countries, like, it's all of these different like worlds and regions together. There's still so much that we don't know about
This
other
will be your
places.
first time at the monastery.
It just feels like a
I'd be
much
happy
fully
to
fleshed
show
out
you
world.
around.
Hmm.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The
Hey,
good and
Their
cutscene
eyes
time.
look weird.
Like it or not, we'll
Yeah.
be there soon
A
enough.
little bit. But, you know, I mean, I play this game a bit too much, so it's growing on me.
I mean, they're anime. They're more anime-like, so I get it.
I actually, this feels
There it
less
is.
anime-like than the
Gary
other
Mockmans.
games.
Oh, okay.
I would say, well, especially like, oh god, Engage. Engage is full on anime-esque. Okay, Echoes admittedly was somewhat more serious tone. But Fates, that was full on anime-esque as well. Awakening a little bit more as well.
Ooh.
Hey, that's Face. Major characters. And it annoys me that like that's how we're introduced to her. Like, can we now have been introduced to her face first? Okay.
Nope.
Yep. Okay.
She's definitely either the most down bad or the second most down bad.
I mean, she's the
character in
definition of literally a hot mess. And you're
Yeah.
like, God, Manuel, get your life together. All right.
They really portray like a stereotypical actress in this game, like with both Dorothea and
I don't even
Manuela.
call Dorothea that stereotypical.
well, like they're both very similar.
Well, except the breaking out in song, but never mind. That's fair.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place.
What do you mean years?
To be
Gerald,
forced to
you
see
never
it
told me
now.
about this place. Hmm.
I've never spoken of this to you before, but
Keeping
many years ago,
secrets.
I was a knight here.
Come on,
reported
Dad.
to
I
the
thought you should
Archbishop.
do that.
Lady Rhea.
The Archbishop?
Ooh, lady.
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are
Uh,
devout followers of the teachings of
Thesaurus?
Theros. The leader
like,
of that
no,
ridiculously
I didn't
No,
that.
you didn't tell me any of this, Dad. What do you
Lady
mean?
Rhea.
There's a large religion here?
Thank you for your patience, Jeff.
Wait,
My name
you're
is
my
Sam.
dad?
I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
I mean, I went along with it because that guy
It
asked,
has
but
been
like,
a
are you
long
really my
time,
dad?
Gerald. I
Like, look at my
wonder,
hair color. We don't even
was
look
it
anything
real of
similar at all.
advice that we have another chance
Yeah.
to meet like this?
Where does her hair
My
color come
silence
from?
all
Her
these
mom?
years, much as
Yes, I
since we
believe
last
so.
spoke.
Okay.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes.
I feel like
For many
Gerald's
years
just
after I
there,
left
kind of
this
just
place,
rolling his
I wish I
eyes.
could introduce
Yeah.
you to the mother
It's
of
like,
my
ugh,
child, but I'm
It's
afraid
like,
we lost her to
he's-
illness.
Is that one of those things like, don't say much, don't say much, and let's go, let's go, let's go,
As for
let's go.
you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
I genuinely wonder how heavy that headpiece is.
Oh,
Like, God, is it?
Indeed.
It looks heavy. Have you ever seen like those crowns that like the monarchs have to wear if they're, you know, like in England and all that stuff? Queen. That thing weighs a ton.
the queen's dead.
Oh, sorry. The lady queen. Sorry.
As I wish to say, do you not?
I've been watching too much of The Crown.
Rejoin the
Alright.
Knights of Silence, don't you?
I've heard that show's good.
There's the first 2 seasons for sure. I have to.
I had expected that
Well, the
Luis
first
would
season for
already
sure. The second
answer
season
this.
has like a bit of a.
I
It goes
must
a bit
step
worse,
away
but then it
from
has some good
But I
episodes.
expect they will desire a
Third
word
season, I
from
think.
you soon. Please listen
it got a little bit
carefully
worse.
to what they
Ugh.
have to say.
But I mean, that has 6 seasons. So I can't. I don't know if it goes like up and down again.
So does the? I mean, I've never watched the series, so I don't really know.
Mhm.
Does it like start when she's like a little girl and
It's
then
no. It starts
or-
literally like right
Sorry
before
I
she
dragged
becomes a
you into
queen.
this.
Okay.
Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while.
for the first episode when she's getting coronated?
Well, like it's still when her dad is still alive.
Oh, okay. Just work here.
Some work.
Nothing like that.
What?
I want you to teach.
Oh God, that sounds worse.
You heard me guys earlier talking about the officers
Have you seen?
academy.
Like, let's be honest. Like,
Well,
oh God,
the academy
she's
just
not.
opened
She
in
needs
Buffalo
help.
City. And apparently that damned Eloise.
Like, if it weren't for me, she would have died.
Twice.
So, you must be the new
And then, like, you know, the future king of an empire. You don't want me to be in charge of that.
Okay. This is one of the few like lines that really was
I'm
like
not the one you're looking for.
they didn't change
Handle
something
things from
when
here. Good luck.
What?
Manuela
Watch
calls
out
us
for
stern
you.
and handsome. Is like,
I don't know what she's
I mean,
thinking,
yeah,
maybe
you can call a
because
girl handsome, but like,
she may be up to
still
something.
really
Stay on your
kind of a
guard.
weird
I
thing
mean,
to say.
I mean, it's still like girl to girl. It's doable. Not common, but it's doable.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why it makes it easier to be like, because she was referring to Gerald. Right?
I always interpreted that she was saying it. Go back to the log.
So we can delve into the subject further.
Yeah, so that's why she was like, yeah, you must be the new professor. My house stern and handsome. And that's why Gerald's like, no, that's not me. Bye.
Okay, gotcha.
Uh,
I was gonna say she's the bi icon we needed.
I know, you got plenty
I
of
mean,
years later.
yeah.
Don't worry. And 3 hopes? Oh God, it's everybody.
I'm Manuela.
Oh,
I'm a
Ottoman's
professor,
back in.
a physician,
Usher,
a
physician,
songstress,
songstress, and villain.
and available.
Well, there you go. There's your bi icon.
I mean, I definitely interpreted Manuela as being bi, but you know,
I look too pretty for that line of work,
I
do
mean,
I?
too pretty for that line at work, do
But
I?
yes,
I mean, I
when
guess she
I'm
never
not
looked up the hot
teaching
nurse
at the
category, but
Foundling
alright.
Infirmary. If you're ever lonely, please do come and pay me a visit.
This is definitely the lines where I'm like, this feels more like just it might have worked
Spare
planning
our
more for the male,
colleague
but
the
not
needless
sure.
chatter,
Yeah.
Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking
Professional
charge of one of the
Manuela.
Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't
Be
yet been
co-workers.
briefed on the nature of each.
I mean, better to be like honest about her true nature now than like not find out later.
I'll do you a favor and explain.
The explanation of the
Officers Academy is
houses.
comprised of 3 houses of students.
And you already got an
each
intro
of
novel.
which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is
The
for
Black
students
Eagles.
from the Adrestian
And yet
Empire.
they're red. Don't
Their
question
house
it.
leader this year is Edelgard.
That did
an
actually bother me a
imperial
while. Like,
princess
why can't
who is in line to be
like
the next
red
emperor.
eagles? The
well, I
red
mean,
birds.
the
Oh, well.
eagle.
The eagle sounds cooler, and like black eagle sounds cooler.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Their house
Happy
leader
red,
this year
red.
is Prince Dimitri.
let's just be an all
He is to
all
be the
black
next
like strike
king of
squad.
Flanders.
I mean, black and red makes
There is the
sense.
Yeah,
Golden
fair.
It's the
House,
pretty common
which is for students
color
of the Leicester
combination.
Alliance. Their house leader is
Yeah.
Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
I'm so used to Claude being like an
The
insult.
the next
Oh,
emperor,
what?
king and sovereign
Did you ever
duke
watch
of all
Steven Universe?
No,
Oh,
so no.
passing year for the
There's a
Academy.
character who
I'll
will
say
call
it.
people like
I just
Claude.
hope none of those little
Oh, okay. CLOD Claude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
For
That
now,
okay. That makes
I
more sense.
suggest
You
taking a
Claude.
stroll
Okay.
around the academy
Seems
to
like more of a
get
British
better
English thing to say, though,
For a
isn't it?
moment,
Or is that?
please stop by my
I've
research
definitely never heard anyone
The
ever
old
say
man
that.
has a
I don't
point.
know what the
Oh,
origin
and
of the
keep in
word is
mind
from,
that
but
I've
I would
only
imagine
notified
it's
the house
English.
leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending
Some
time
odd
with
docs in the
students.
bunch, but they're good
Some
kids.
odd
Look,
ducks
Manila's
in the
honest.
bunch, but they're good kids.
Uh,
I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow.
You'll
But
need
that
it.
should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Wow.
Have you
Thanks,
no intention of
Manuela.
changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing
Good
a
luck.
stranger, a
You'll need
child,
it.
no
Oh,
less,
yeah.
As a professor at our esteemed
I don't know.
academy.
You might need it,
I
seeing
have
as
made
how
my decision.
you're gonna have
I
Edelgard.
know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need.
shoot,
It's
can't tell.
Gerald's
Can't
flesh and
remember
blood,
fully.
after all.
I can't say that's
Yeah,
all
Middle
true.
English.
How trustworthy is this?
Set up here asking the real
Is he
questions,
not
so
the
like,
man who went missing after
you're
the
just
fire
you're just
21
letting
years
somebody
ago?
we never
I
met
would remind
be
you
a
that Blaine
professor.
is now here with us
Do we
as
need to
well.
remind you we have royalty here?
Please
Someone
consider
you've
this
never
an
met.
unnecessary risk.
None of them have ever met.
They
Really,
have my
this
trust.
doesn't really count. No.
Let that be enough
Um,
for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am
Yeah, I was
increasingly
looking up,
concerned about
her-
regarding our
yeah,
suspicious
yeah.
individual.
Claude
I
is
do not
Middle
ignore
English.
those who harbor
yeah.
ill will toward the church, especially if they are
lost the
frequenting
page,
Garrick
darn.
Mott.
I feel like that could have been a Shakespearean
Yes, that
insult,
matter is
maybe.
of
a
great
long time
Probably.
ago.
importance as well. I shall continue my investigation.
I think
Rhea,
it said it
for
was
now,
like
I
a
will
loan
have
of
faith
clay,
that you are placing your
so
trust in
basically
the
calling
Yeah.
someone an idiot.
Yeah, that makes sense,
Pray that
actually.
nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Big Pokemon wise or something. Claude Sire, right? He's clay-like. That makes sense? No, I know. That's just one of the newer Pokemon forms.
Yeah,
That
it was like
it's.
you do
it's
remember
the
that I've never
alternate-
played past Gen 4, right?
Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Okay. Well, you know Quagsire. He had
Yeah.
a different form that's like Claude Sire.
My favorite meme
He's
is
very adorable.
yes. My favorite meme from Gen 2 is at the intro of the game, Professor Oak, I think, was showing off a Wooper, and it's just the text box just starts with this. And it's just like this.
This is. I mean, it is a Wooper. Like,
Yeah.
what else do you need to know? He's adorable. He's
Yes.
great. Quagsire is a great choice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and here's all your characters. Aw. Well, that's the only anime like cutscene you're ever gonna see them in. Which is kind of a shame. Except for like a house leader. Yeah, no, all of them are. This is the only cutscene you'll ever see them in. It just makes me sad.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I love how the one part with the Black Eagles is has what's his name. He's just there trying not to
Peter?
look evil.
He's just standing there menacingly.
Menacingly.
Yep. Also, I love how they're all like training in like their like normal school clothes. I'm like, you guys have like, you know, different like uniforms that you can wear. No? Okay. Oh, this crowd is way too heavy for my head.
Of course.
Exploring. All right, the monastery. Some people's favorite and some people's least favorite parts of this game.
Yes.
Did
Did any of the other like more modern Fire Emblem games do something like this?
not really to this extent. Engage has a bit of it, but not. It does have like a little open world thing.
I assume
Okay.
you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the
But
officers'
nothing's ever really as fully
Correct?
fleshed out as the monastery,
To
I'd say.
start,
Yeah.
please speak with the three houses.
So the game is sort of divided
should
up
also
into
take a
two
look around the academy
sections,
and
like
acquaint yourself with
gameplay
the
sections, I
environment.
guess.
That
You
is
have
your
the
first
exploration
task
part,
here at
which
the
is
monastery. Please
this,
let me
where you
present.
go around
Once you
the
have
monastery and
finished, come and speak with me.
talk with people and
May I ask a
raise
favor?
relationships with everyone. And then you have the battle part, which happens at the end of every month, for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Or for whatever reason.
Just training.
The,
Don't worry
yeah,
about it.
the battle always happens at the end of the month. Pause for 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry.
You were gonna sneeze? Yep, there
Yeah.
you go.
It's like I hate when you like feel like you need to sneeze, but it doesn't want to come out right
Yeah,
away.
that's fair. That's fair. I should have not moved the camera. I don't think that was the angle of that, but oh well.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alrighty.
All right,
We're back.
sorry. It wouldn't be a let's play if I didn't sneeze at some point.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
I was trying to remember camera control. Nowadays I think I typically skip monastery stuff. I don't think there's anything discoverable in these rooms. Oh, actually, first check. I don't think we have anything discoverable. I'd say the one really cool thing about this monastery like place compared to the others is that like there's so much like dialogue that happens. Like there's always every chapter somebody has like something new, and that's not just one person. That's everybody in the monastery, which is kind of nuts. That's just how much lines and stuff like that comes across. My first playthrough of the game, I was like, okay, for one, this was the first like, okay, maybe not the first fully voice acted thing from Echo Second kind of had a lot more voice acting, but there's just so much in here. I was like, oh, I'm gonna listen to every single one of them and not skip it. Oh, that increases the playtime so much though.
Now, it only changes like on the month, right? Like each month.
Yeah,
it
each
changes.
month.
Okay.
Each month.
It's like I'm pretty sure it doesn't change week to week.
No, it is a month thing. Which, to be fair, most people don't really do. Like, they only visit the monastery once.
Yeah. That's what I did. Was like the first week I explored the monastery, talked with everyone that I needed to, and then the rest of the month I just trained them up and tried to keep them happy as much as I could.
I guess that's Sage and Smash Bros. Clearly. Even like NPCs having so much like extra dialogue. To be fair, they do a lot more like in the beginning chapters.
So
Well,
you've accepted a teaching
in,
position.
after certain events in the game,
I was hoping
there's a
you
lot
would
less
understand.
NPCs around.
I never
It's
properly introduced
still
myself.
implied to me that there's actually still a decent amount, honestly. People-wise, you're probably at the same. They just didn't put as much effort. Which, to be fair, it makes sense. You're probably a bit more tired of using the monastery.
I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone.
Any of the Black
Would you
Eagles?
like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
I mean, this is actually a pretty nice way of being like, hey, here's everybody you ever need to know.
Yeah. So you can kind of get a gauge for like.
For some reason, he thinks of me as
So
a
I guess
bitter
we'll
rival
maybe try to
that's
recruit
always
one
trying
day.
to cheat. It's terribly
But
irritating.
here's all your character
His
stats
house
and
is
everything.
out of Dugan,
Strength
which
is how much
produces
you're
address
going to be
to its
using
prime
when you're
ministers.
attacking.
My
Magic is,
family is
well, no one's actually used
perhaps
magic yet,
too
but
pleased
it's,
with its own
I mean,
status.
kind of self-explanatory.
Mhm.
Dexterity is kind of a more of a used more for like avoidance, like how likely you'll avoid getting hit. Speed is determining how often you might hit an enemy. Luck is your likelihood of doing like crits or avoiding them. Defense is defense. Same thing with resistance against magic, and charisma is the new thing in this game. And we were like, "What is it?" Okay, actually, dexterity. I don't remember that being. But charisma is the newest thing in this game. No one knew what the heck that thing was, and that will come up a little later once we get to battalions.
Oh wow. He has 7 levels of Riz.
7 levels of what?
Riz.
Where's the 7? Oh. Charisma. Yeah. Each character, in the top right, you'll see there the defining ability. They all have their own unique ability. Don't actually like. I won't say I actually know always off the top of my head, but they're useful things to keep in memory of. Bylove is really useful because hers is the whole like as long as she's nearby, people get extra EXP. So
Oh wow.
very useful to have. And yeah.
So why do you like Ferdinand so much? I'm curious.
You've never heard of the Ferdinand Van Eyre memes? Oh my god, he's great. Billy did a great job voicing him. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Okay.
Are we going to?
I won't actually showcase everybody because it's well,
It's a lot.
it is a lot. But you know, the quick summary. You know, you have her,
Yes.
Princess. You have her like attendant. Everyone has like the main attendant, like I don't want to call him sidekick character, but like supporting character that like you'll see probably more often in cutscenes. That's Hubert. He's Ferdinand is also there's also like sort of like extra foil to every character. Ferdinand fills that role.
Okay.
Linhardt, oh, I guess if we could do class-wise. Edelgard, Axis users. I mean, Hubert's more of magic. Ferdinand is, starts off as like a lance unit, probably. No, he is a
Probably.
lance. Yeah, he's a lance unit. Linhardt, you know, great for magic, great healer. Casper is more for like axe heavy unit. And Bernadetta, great archer. Dorothea, great mage. People like using her for a dancer. Well, that will come later on. But she also knows some good magic. And Petra, she is like your queen. Can't be. Mind you, these are all like more of the recommended classes that they push you. You can actually take a character and make them whatever they want to be.
Yeah. That is one thing that I liked. Is it does give you that option, but obviously the characters kind of fall into certain things, or they grow in certain ways.
Best character. The best character.
The
is
gatekeeper?
Peter. Yes.
But why isn't he at the gate?
As for me,
He is. Technically, that is the gate. In Norse.
This guy is a meme in the Fire Emblem fan base.
I mean, look at here's voice acting. Like, he's great. He's so... He's the one that always has some life to him and brings joy.
Yes.
It also helps that he voices the protagonist of the previous game. And I'm like, why do I know this guy? He's great. Oh yeah. Every time you start a monastery, you're gonna get a cutscene of like, oh, this is what this looks like.
Yeah,
It's only
this
once,
game
but-
is very cutscene heavy at the beginning. There's occasionally cutscenes like after.
Scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression.
Sorry.
Guess that means I
After
better
you like
introduce
get
myself
started,
properly. I'm Claude Von Regan.
or after
Ruling
like
House of the
certain
Lesser
chapters.
Alliance.
Sorry,
Don't worry too much about
I always
that.
like lose my words sometimes.
Yeah, I do that too.
Be teaching yet, do you?
Not as difficult
Well,
as
not
the
as
other two.
difficult as the other two.
I don't
Have
know,
you
man.
ever
I
been
mean,
Care to know more about anyone?
Sylvia is a bit of an interesting case. I don't know.
Have you met the folks?
Well, we won't go over them yet.
Well, we'll get there.
Kitties. Cats.
See, Dimitri, I was so disappointed that you can't pet the cats.
You sort of can.
You came
but
to our aid,
not
yet I hadn't even the courtesy
great.
to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri.
So what happened was,
Crown Prince of the
these
Holy
cats were
Kingdom
never
of
supposed to be
Mars.
pettable, and then
Of
like
course, at the academy, I am
sometime
simply a student.
once this game blew up in
And I've heard
popularity,
word you are to become a professor here.
Did they patch it?
people
so
were
you
like, "Oh my god,
I
you
still
pet
have
the
much
cats!"
to
And they're
learn,
like,
but I'm
"This is a
confident I
feature we
could
never
benefit greatly from
intended."
your guidance. In any case, welcome to
They
the
actually put it in with the
I hear
DLC.
you're investigating different
I
houses.
was surprised they didn't allow you to pet the dogs in Tears of the Kingdom.
Not honestly. It's so much work for
Yeah.
so little like payoff. We're gonna just say no. I'll say yes, just so I don't hurt his feelings, and then look away.
I appreciate
Ta-da!
Quest complete.
Yay! You honestly typically want to do a lot of these.
Oh,
Most of them are kind of mandatory anyways, so I want to explore.
I mean, are they
How are you
mandatory?
enjoying
Do
your
you
time at
hear?
the academy thus far?
I mean, this is
I hope
basically
you found
mandatory.
our halls
I mean,
with
this
the
was the intro
vitality
quest, I
of
guess.
Yeah.
well-intentioned souls.
Some of them.
I
Let's
suppose
say
it is
that.
time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students.
Pick your house.
I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as
Look,
large
I
as
appreciate the
as
honesty,
yourself
but
with
you
such
know, like,
I mean, I get from Seth's point of view. He doesn't know who this
like,
is.
let's be honest. If you just like out of the blue, a professor was just hired and it was like, who is this guy? And like you took this guy with 0 credentials. You don't know anything about him, and you're okay with leaving him with a bunch of students.
You are new here.
And this isn't like the typical they'll sue us. This is the if we do something bad, they can tell us thing. Come on, guys. Really?
Yeah, like, I get it from Seth's point of view.
I get Manuela like really lowered your standards, but come on, guys. All right, so we're picking best house.
Oh, yeah.
uh,
So the different houses do affect things later on in the game.
each house,
Yeah.
picking a house leads to a different route. There is one route in which it does split into two.
Yes.
This one does
So
not.
you have chosen the golden deer led by
The
Claude,
golden
correct?
deer. Yay! So, okay,
Your heart
context.
has made its
This game
choice.
came out, and
All I ask
they did
is
like
that you
polls
guide
of like
these open
who's
minds
like the
with
most popular
virtue,
one. And I was actually surprised that it was a lot more
They are
close than
all
I thought it would be.
promising
Obviously,
leaders who
Edelgard
bear
won,
the weight
but
of
I mean,
Fódlan's future upon their
one
shoulders.
female character versus the two other males.
Yeah.
What
But
an honor it is
all
to be
the upside down Claude memes. It's great.
Context: the box, Claude is upside down. It looks stupid, but
The internet went
it's
wet
memeable,
with
so.
it. Yeah.
This is our newest
And so
professor.
Claude actually had a pretty decent backing as well.
A new addition to the officers
I remember people like there were shirts like already for this game and for like Fire Emblem. I'm like, it's just so weird seeing this game get so much attention. I'm not used to Fire Emblem being this big.
Let us focus on the topic at hand.
Definitely
There
helps
is
that it
something
was
you
on
should
the
be aware of.
Switch.
Well, okay,
In a
so
few days'
context.
time, there will be a mock battle
Let's
between
see.
the three
People
houses
bring up like
intended
Awakening
to
being is like
gauge
that's the
current
game that brought
progress
everybody
of the
in.
students. We will be
And it
using
did.
this battle
Fate's
as an
kind of
opportunity to
scared some
ascertain
people
your
off,
abilities.
but it at the same time it was one of the
Please
best like
do not
mechanically.
disappoint in the
And then
outcome.
Echoes came, but
That
it
is
came
all.
like at the end of the 3DS life cycle, which Echoes was a great game. That one mechanically though people do have a bit more complaints on. But it was a great game. And a lot of the features is actually in Three Houses, but since a lot of people didn't play Echoes, so much of it, a lot of the good stuff, like the people think that's in Three Houses, like it's actually in Echoes already. But
Yeah, it's started there.
yeah, Combat Arts, that was already a thing. The whole time wheel mechanic, Divine Pulse, oh yeah, that was brought in Echoes. Hey.
Oh, well then, since we're pretty close in age and all.
Sometimes I
those
really
formalities
wish
aren't all that
games had
necessary.
like actual text responses where you type in like what you want to say.
God,
And it's
you
like,
know, that's just no. God no. Programming that? God no. It'd just be pretty bland. Response back. Unless you like,
either that or a lot of fuck yous.
yeah, no.
I bet I packed on more muscle than you.
Raphael, hey look, hey, look, you are the most mentally stable of them all, so I give you a pass.
As far as skill goes, I saw it with my own eyes. What's more, Teach here is the child of the most renowned former captain of the
You're supposed to be the
Knights of
easy
Sirius.
class? Guys.
God.
God.
There's no way a child of the captain isn't worthy.
Ah,
It's simply
Leonie.
not possible.
Mixed feelings.
The captain?
Huh.
Yeah,
What are you
like
talking about? Captain
A lot of her, I will
Phillips
say, a lot of her support with
the
other
most
characters,
notable captain of the
great.
Knights of Sirius and a
Her
famous
support and
mercenary.
Violet. Oh. Oof. You could have.
like
Yeesh.
I kind of feel like she has bipolar, but I don't know.
It doesn't matter what you think of him.
Nothing
Captain
but
Gerald deserves nothing
respect.
but respect. Well, after working as a mercenary alongside a father figure such as he, I have high hopes for our professor.
Honestly,
Just
aside from like
because
Cynthia
someone's
being the
special
shortest, I didn't really
doesn't
think of her
mean
as
their
like
children are special
childlike
too,
person.
Cynthia.
Yeah, like
Even at a
I feel like they
time
don't do a
exceptional,
very
just
great
because
job
they're
at
limited
like
But they
displaying their ages super well.
Don't you agree, Marianne? Huh?
Because like, what's the sort of age range of this place?
actually it's a lot more varied. It's
Well, we
like
can find out
you
for
can go from
ourselves in
like
battle.
what
I can't
I wanna
wait
say
to see
15
what
to,
tactics
like-
you've learned from the captain.
new DLC characters. I think it's in his 20s.
I'll get the meat.
But that one, he's really stretching it. Actually, I want to look that up real quick. Is he in his 20s, or does he just look like he's in his 20s?
Tea? You can't get to know someone over tea. There's no meat involved.
You can't get to know someone over tea.
Your common sensibilities are grating to my
There's no meat involved.
Please quiet yourself.
Where's the like? He, oh,
Sorry
you know,
for the bickering,
he's
Teach.
like the Wendy
As you can
spokesperson.
see, the Golden
Where's
Deer House is a
the
rowdy
meat?
bunch. We're not especially unified.
You were supposed to be the easy house. They
You'll find
lied to
nobles
me.
and commoners,
Dang it,
those
Underlies.
who are dedicated to their studies alongside slackers.
So if you chose one of the other
That
houses,
just makes your life more exciting,
who
right?
goes where?
I
Like
really hope you're looking
Manuela
forward to
and
the year ahead as much as I
I'm gonna be
Hammond?
honest. I can't remember off the top of my head. There's only one chapter that it's like actually obvious because they're like fighting for them. Actually, upcoming chapter. We'll find out. but it doesn't like really impact it because I will say that's the kind of sad thing, and they don't actually have any dialogue being like, oh, Enola, it doesn't say like, oh, Edelgard's like been like out more, or like Dimitri looks a bit more like depressed.
I mean, they're like the professors really aren't too involved in.
Speak for yourself. Look at us.
I mean, like those two, I should say, or at least it doesn't come off like they're as involved.
Say,
Because they don't help out in one of the battles that you do.
But there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Power of a crest resides within you.
You don't know.
See, this thing about trust, Hanneman, is that you gotta build it first.
Yeah. Like, I like Hanneman, but he does come off as a bit of a creep.
I didn't actually come out. Didn't. It's different. He just embraces the whole like scholarship. Only cares about the scholarship pursuit.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, science for science's sake.
I'll say some of his supports with other people. I'm like, oh, look at you. It's actually kind of sweet.
like,
buried under supports, but oh well.
I think there was only like one instance where he was like, "Take your clothes off." That was like,
yeah, but like that. But he
given the context,
he definitely like he rebounds from it. He's like, oh shoot. Like he understands like, oh shoot, I crossed the line, and like he's aware of it.
Yeah.
I do believe I have a crest.
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests.
I will say, church. A lot of the church people, I do wish that we got them better fleshed out.
Just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants.
Well,
they all actually have like interesting backstories,
Mhm.
which is
Few descendants of a
kind of
crest's
interesting because you
bloodline
didn't,
end up
you wouldn't have
inheriting
thought that
crest's power.
because they're like the people would bench like the
Perhaps
most.
one of your
Which, to be fair,
ancestors
stat-wise, that
you just
does
happen
that
to
lines up.
inherit it. That is how a crest
It'd actually be
is
really
presented,
interesting to have like
after all.
a show or something based off of the monastery.
Yes.
Maybe we've been wanting a Fire Emblem anime adaptation for a long while. Someone actually did a really cool one of the Blue Lions. Of a, if I can find it, I'll see. But this is kind of spoiler story.
What is
specific.
this?
What is this?
Pattern I've never
Just a bunch of steak spaghetti.
Is
What
it
are
possible
those?
an as yet
Uh,
undiscovered crest has been detected?
I like how he's like, is this a crest or is this
There are
like,
still
is this?
crests out there
Did you break my
I
machine?
am aware of.
He
How
doesn't even consider
thrilling.
that possibility. It's like, this has to be a crest. Spaghetti one.
Pardon my unrestrained
Ah.
situation. I have much to consider. You may leave now.
Oh,
I
may
have
we?
more research to do in regard
Hmm.
to this crest. Yes, so very
Your work
much
here is
more
done.
research.
I'm like, cool,
But
okay.
for now, your work
And just
here is
imagine the meme of like, but you didn't do anything.
this line here be indicating. Perhaps it represents a lack
Just a
of
tuxedo mask style, and like Byler just takes her cape.
Perhaps.
I'm like, did he draw it out or something?
I mean, I
It
probably.
may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
Byler's like, I wish we could have gotten a scene of Byler just backing away slowly, just being like, guess you don't need me. Oh, okay. By the way, we started in the 4th month. Okay. Oh, okay, so our birthday should be coming
Professors of the
relatively
Officers
soon.
Academy receive a
When did you
schedule
set it
for the
to?
month.
Is it
Note
6 or
the
7
days on
maybe?
which events and
So
missions
it should be
will
like
take
my
place.
chapter.
I feel like
Pay
it was
careful
7.
attention to your schedule, so that you may
should
thoughtfully
be
plan
fine.
what you intend
Alright.
to do.
You go
and
through the
when.
entire year. Is that a goal?
I think so. I think this is probably a good place to put it a cut.
Alright. Sounds good.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next part.
See ya.